Hi guys, Gordon Hanks here with Team Hanks of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, and tonight we're going to welcome Nick Noyes from Umpqua, or excuse me, NeighborWorks Umpqua, and Nick is going to be giving us some insights into their 3-to-1 matching savings program and some other programs they've got that are pretty neat. But before we get started into that, maybe I should tell you who I am. I started in real estate about 15 years ago, and I immediately got busy. And then I got my wife and my daughter to help, and that's how we became Team Hanks. I've seen a lot of businesses in this area. In this valley, we've done a lot of business over the years. And one of the most heartbreaking things that I see is when somebody comes to me and says, "Man, I'd like to buy a house, but I just don't have the ability to do so. I can't come up with a down payment. I need to do something as far as savings. My credit's not bad, so on and so. My credit's not good, so on and so forth." Well, that's the reason people like Nick are in place. We're going to listen to some really neat programs about this that they've got and they're offering, and make it so that some of those folks can actually position themselves to purchase a home. Um, and if you've got questions or anything of that nature, please ask away in the comments. Even in the YouTube rebroadcast, we're going to find a way to get back to you and answer all of your questions. So, without going any further, let's just go ahead and get Nick in here. Hi there, Nick. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Absolutely. So my name is Nick Noyes, and I am the communications specialist for NeighborWorks Umpqua. What that means is I am in charge of all the communications that go in and out for the organization. So that means I'm helping with the website, I'm helping with social media, I'm designing flyers, and I am doing a lot of the advertising and marketing.
Awesome. Okay, can you tell us a little bit about the programs you have? What I understand there's one called the Dream Savers program. I'm particularly interested in your Dream Savers program. Can you tell me about it?
Absolutely. So, NeighborWorks Umpqua is a rural development nonprofit. So, what that means is we do a lot of our work in rural areas. Obviously, we could do work in urban areas, but usually there's a lot of crossover whenever you go into urban areas. So, we like to make sure that we work within our rural communities, which really need help. Now, when it comes to Dream Savers, that's one of our most popular programs, and I love talking about it because it's a really, really interesting service we provide. So, Dream Savers is our matched savings program. It's part of a collection of programs that function under the IDA program of Oregon. And what an IDA is an individual development account. Like I said earlier, it's that matched savings. So for every $1 you save, the state of Oregon matches it with $3. So what can happen really quickly is $3,000 with another $3 for every dollar that you saved. All of a sudden, you have $12,000. It's a very popular program, and it's kind of very wide application. You can use it to go to college, get job training, become employed, and you can even use it to buy a home, put down a down payment, or repair and maintain your home.
That is fantastic. So, what are the qualifications to get into that particular program?
So Dream Savers, since it is funded through tax credits from the state, so people buy tax credits, and that funds IDA programs throughout the entire state. Um, First you have to make sure that there is funding available. As a matter of fact, for the year, within 3 months, we had allocated our entire budget for the year. But it's great. It shows that there is, though, a really intense need in rural Oregon and really throughout all of Oregon. Um, but if you are able to get in the door and you qualify and you apply for the program, another thing you have to be aware of is there are maximum income limits. Those are set by HUD every year. Um, Basically, you have to make about 80% or less of the area median income. So if you have a household size of one, you can't make more than like $38,000. And that's different, obviously, if you have a household size of four, you can't make 50. You can't make more than 55,300, and so on and so forth. We update those limits though every year, and every year they're adjusted. So I mean, if you don't qualify one year, you might qualify the next year, depending on how the adjustments swing.
Well, I was on your website earlier, and I know you got several programs. The other one that I'm interested in is Dream Builders, and I understand that's a new program for you guys. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So Dream Builders is, we have a thing for dreams, as you know, with our organization, but it's a mutual self-help housing service. Mutual self-help housing utilizes this kind of buzzword called sweat equity. And what sweat equity is essentially you build your home in this program. It's fundings through USDA's self-help housing program, so it is federally funded. And you see these types of services all throughout the United States, and they are fantastic. Families come together, usually in about groups of 6 to 10, and they do 65% of the construction labor. Obviously, under qualified supervision. We're going to have a construction supervisor there watching and making sure, okay, you're hammering this in right. Okay, this is straight. Those types of things. But doing that much labor on the home keeps the cost down significantly. And the special financing from USDA allows, no down payment on the home and very generous long loan terms. So you're looking at about 33 to 38-year loan terms. And the houses that you can get vary depending on what your family's immediate need is. And, depending on who you're talking to, plans vary from state to state. Ours are 2 or 3 bedroom homes.
That's great. That is awesome. It's really, I can see, especially nowadays, a huge need for that. That's fantastic. So let me ask you this. I know we touched on this once a couple of minutes ago, but specifically, if you don't mind, where do those funds come from? I mean, I know that there's got to be some sort of, somebody's got to be filling the gap there. How does that happen?
Absolutely, yeah. With these types of services, the money's never free. There's always someone who has to be tapped in order to help us with this. With Dream Savers, it's a state program, so it's state funds that come from people who buy tax credits, and the funds that are used from that go towards the IDA program, and they are split up amongst all the various groups around the state of Oregon. Obviously, some people get a little bit more, some get a little bit less, depending on their service area and who they serve from a year to year. We're hoping that next year we'll be able to actually double our budget, such as the need in our immediate service area, because we work in Douglas County, obviously. Douglas, Coos, and Curry, we're known for working in those counties, but we also work in Jackson and Josephine, and have been starting to ramp up and do more there. So we really want to make sure that we're able to offer Dream Savers to the people there. And then whenever it comes to Dream Builders, that is federally financed through the USDA Rural Development. It's great because that program has been around for a long time and will continue to be. And with it, we're hoping to build about 10 homes a year.
That is just great. That's pretty exciting. I know that there's a lot of people out there who are they're really needing just that little edge, that little push to move them in the right so they can secure their own home. I mean, that's fantastic. And I guess that's the reason we call it, you guys are all dream oriented. I mean, and as a matter of fact, that's the name of this program is Dare to Dream. So yeah, of course I can see that. Well, let me ask you something else. I also saw on your website that you guys are starting to get into more of a lending and financial services type situation. Can you tell us a little about that, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have lending and financial services that are an important piece of NeighborWorks Umpqua. Obviously, what factors into that, I'm just going to go off a little bit away from this, is our education that we offer. We have financial coaches who are willing to sit down with people, go over their finances, tell them how they could save potentially for a home, or what they should pay off first. And, we find that educating our clients is really step one. And then step two is really our lending department. So our full service lending department is a social enterprise. And what that means is, while it is somewhat of a business, it functions like a bank. We're really more concerned with doing social good, doing good for the community. So we offer conventional loans, FHA loans, USDA guaranteed loans, Rural Development 502 loans. While we offer that type of stuff, and we're with you from beginning to end, we want to make sure that we're helping you, that we're making sure that we're keeping you educated, that we keep you in your home.
So basically, what you guys are doing is just making it possible for people to actually just grow in their lives, secure a home and whatnot. Yeah, get that car, get that repair done, so on and so forth.
Exactly.
It sounds like a great deal. Okay, so Nick, I got to tie it up pretty quick here, but let me ask you: is there anything else that we need to know about you guys before we let you go?
One thing I would like people to know is, we love having input from the community and everything that we're doing. And, to help with that, we have been trying to keep open our board recruitment, but we also have open committees with all of our leadership as well. So like we have a marketing committee, we have, a financial committee, those types of committees. And we would love anyone who's in the local area who maybe isn't quite in the right space to go and become on our board of directors, but maybe they're interested in joining a committee, to reach out and see what they can do. Because, it doesn't matter if you're in Douglas, Coos, Curry, Jackson, or Josephine. We have ways of making sure that we're able to meet with you, whether that's through phone, whether that's digitally speaking. So we're just excited to be a part of the community here for as long as we have been, which is over 27 years. And we're trying to be more present with people and, make sure that we get that input from others. So if there's one thing that I want people to know is, if you want to get involved, reach out to us. Let's see what we can do together.
Many hands make light work. It sounds like to me you guys are, I love the whole idea of what you're doing. I'm hoping that we can get the word out there and maybe get you guys some help as well. But man, it's exciting. So there you go, guys. Honestly, if you really can't see yourself in a home, maybe you should probably go talk to Nick and find out if there's anything that they could do for you. Nick, I want to tell you, I really appreciate your time. Thanks for taking a couple of minutes with us this afternoon and kind of letting us in on what it is that you guys do. We'll be looking forward to talking to you again in the future. And we do appreciate your help in the community. I've seen it. My lenders and my colleagues have seen it. We do appreciate you guys. Thank you very much.
Of course. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you, buddy. You have a nice evening.
You as well. Bye.
All right. Bye. So that was Nick Noyes, guys. And they've got some outstanding programs, and it's a growing deal too. So I'm sure that things will change as the future goes. But if you want to try to save up and get yourself a nice down, this is the easy way to do it. $3 match on $1. That's pretty darn good deal. Think about it. You save $3,000, and at the same time, you could save $12,000. So, that's a pretty good down payment. So, if you've got an idea about you want to get into a home and you can't really see how you can do it, and then go see Nick. I want to say hi to the guys who came by tonight. Thanks, Linda, for joining us. And Carrie, thank you for joining us. I appreciate that. And guys, this is going to be this video will be sitting archived on my hankshomes.net site. If you'd like to refer back to it, you can come visit us on YouTube. Please hit that like button on your way out. Facebook likes it when we do that. And so please do that. The likes and wows are always a favorite. Appreciate you dropping by. Take care of yourselves. Most of all, have a good night and blessings, folks. Bye-bye now.